There we go, finally got it working. Okay, right, so I talked in the last video about the restrictions and how do we set restrictions and rules for our dogs. I'll get that right. How do we set rules and restrictions for our... Sorry folks, Gimbal's playing up. Okay, how do we set those rules and restrictions? Okay, so if you've not watched that, then please go back and look at it. It will be the video previous to this one in the timeline. Okay, so we'll talk about the freedoms. Okay, so what I had spoken about before is that I think that the best that we can offer our dog is a benevolent dictatorship. Okay, so we decide what dog comes with us. Okay, where, trying to move around, there we go. Right, so we decide what dogs come to live with us, where they eat, when they eat, where they sleep, when they sleep to a certain degree. Okay, what exercise, what activities that we do. Okay, so if you do a sport with your dog, okay, your dog did not ask to do obedience. Okay, your dog did not ask to do agility. That's a decision that you made based on your preferences, and your dog is effectively made to participate. Okay, and then depending on how we train depends on what freedom that we've got and where you are in your own philosophy. So if your dog really does not like your chosen sport, you might be of a mind to say I don't care, or you might be of a mind to say cool, we'll find something else. Okay, so those are the because of the amount of power that we wield over our dog, then I think that certainly my opinion on it is that we need to redress that balance as much as we can. Lots of stuff we've talked, you see and within the positive circles, is of freedom, choice and control. Okay, and it's super important, and it needs a critical mind to think about it. Okay, so yeah, so it takes work to actually think about it, but it's the same as with anything that's difficult, it takes work. Okay, so how do we give our dog freedoms? Okay, so if I'm walking through the woods here on this trail, and I'm with my dog, and he wants to stop and sniff at this part here. Okay, so he moves over, he's on a lead, he's on an 8-foot lead, he moves over, so that's to about 220, 230 meters. He moves over and wants to sniff there, and I can stop. Okay, I can stop and let him sniff, and I've now given him an element of freedom on his walk within the restriction of that lead. Okay, so I've given him the freedom there. Then I'll wait for him, and when he decides he's had enough and starts to walk on, I can then walk with him. So he has chosen when to stop, where to stop, and when to move on. So he's had that freedom there, and I've allowed him that. Okay, it has been within my gift to do that, and I think that's fair. Okay, I can then take him out to across to the open part there, and let him off the lead. Okay, and he wants to go and play with another dog, or not. Okay, so he wants to move away from another dog or moves towards another dog, and I can allow him that within the restrictions that society deems are appropriate. Okay, so if he is a teenage thug and wants to run up towards elderly dogs and puppies and mug them, then he doesn't get that. But if he is able to do it well, then he is able to do that. Now, if he's a teenage dirtbag and he is on a long line, okay, he can still have freedoms within the range of that long line. Okay, so anytime that there is a restriction in place with your life, with your dog, one of the good things that I think is useful to do, one of the things that I find is useful to do is say, what freedoms can I offer my dog here? Okay, so when I take out Logan out in the morning for his morning toilet, so we got about 5 or 10 minutes to do that, because he's like Rip Van Winkle. He just loves his bed, and he doesn't thank me for taking him out in the morning. What I'll do is I'll allow him to go where he wants within my kind of neighbourhood. Okay, so there's several blocks of flats, and you could, it's kind of like a little maze. Okay, and I can allow him to go which way he wants. Okay, so that's a freedom that I can give him. Which way do you want to go, son? Okay, now if I take him out and the right hand side of my neighbourhood is not available to him. So say that there's people working, or the bin lorries are in, okay, something like that. I can then take him the other way, but still give him freedom within the other way, okay. I can, if I'm training him, if I do training with him, he will always have, and I mean always, okay, because of where he came from, he will always have an opportunity to say, I do not want to train, and he will do that by picking up his toy, okay. Or he'll have an opportunity to end the training game, or to disengage at any time. So even though I'm saying to him, I would like you to train here, and he's saying, no, I don't want to train just now, okay, and I can allow that to happen. And then it's up to me as my skill and art is to make the training scenario interesting and fun enough that he wants to participate in that, so that he doesn't want to say no. All right, so he can say no that he wants to. I want to be that charming, interesting and funny, that these are jokes, okay, before people start losing their minds. So I make it that interesting for him that he wants to participate with me, okay. So these are just things to think about, and as I said in my last video, the purposes of a lot of these video blogs is to get you thinking, okay. It's to get you thinking, how can I apply those principles to my dog? So you might not do anything that I've suggested, but if you agree with the principle of it, we can start applying those principles. You can start applying those principles to your own dog, okay. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video, and love and peace to you.